I'm your host, Courtney Webb. And of course, I have the most beautiful Lia Valencia Key. She's here with us for Valencia Key Design. She's the creator and designer. And Lia, first and foremost, just tell us about the brand, and then I'll get into how you got into QVC.
Yay. Oh, first, I really just want to thank you so much for giving me this honor. I'm so excited and grateful to be with you because I love you and you inspire me. The Valencia Key jewelry is a jewelry brand that I created to spread love, joy, and the mission that all things are possible, and it doesn't matter your predicament, and your predicament does not determine your destiny. And they're just visual wearable pieces that should you wear every day just to remind you to keep smiling, keep shining, and keep pressing. Just like today, we pressed through perseverance and we didn't let anything stop us, and now we're live.
We are. It took us a little bit, but we did get there. Oh, I love the inspiring messages behind your brand. Now, Lia, you actually were introduced to QVC through the Big Find, which is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that QVC and HSN hosted to bring in entrepreneurs so that we could tell their stories, bring their products to customers and to new people. And so as far as coming onto the Big Find, tell us what that experience was like, just getting involved and getting everything ready as an entrepreneur.
It was, it's so surreal. I love that QVC, thank you so much, QVC, for putting this opportunity out there for small businesses like me to get the opportunity. It's been my dream for years on end to bring my brand to QVC. And Desiree Zaroli and Carissa from It Cosmetics, when this message came up, the Big Find looking for small brands, they both text me. One text me a day and then another text me like 2 days after that. And they're like, you have to apply for this competition. And I looked at it and I was like, mouth dropped, like, this is the moment. Like, are you kidding me? I would never think that this opportunity would present to me. And I love life because life presents opportunities. That's what Valencia means, brave, and Key means to unlock. And so it's a beautiful moment when opportunities are presented to you and you unlock your bravery. And so I stepped in it with courage, right? And I stepped in it knowing that this is a moment to share your message, because Valencia Key is a message-driven brand. And so it was a lot because you had to do a tape. And so I'm like, my tape has to like pour all the light, as much as light could get to QVC as possible through video is what I poured into it. Like, I had my friends drive with me and we found a field of yellow flowers and they taped me running past flowers, showing my bracelets. And then they taped me jumping up and down. And then I embodied like a QVC cell and I like showed my jewelry and start like going through each aspect. The backs are custom designed to hold your ears in place. And so I just like embodied it as if I was there already. And so to reach out to my words of inspiration for entrepreneurs is do it as if it's already happening, right? I think we self-guess ourselves like, oh, I'll never get picked. Oh, I'll try it. But you know, kind of in that self-doubt mode. No, like I was full in, like it was already happening. And so many earth angels helped me. Like I spread out, you know?
Well, I really appreciate that you just said to persevere. And I love that you tied in the symbol of your line, because not only do you create just jewelry, you create inspiration and you create a sense of hopefulness for a lot of people. So tell me a little bit. So the symbol that you created, you actually hand drew. Is that right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I love that you mentioned my symbol, because it is my mission to have my symbol. I'm going to show you this. In 2016, can you see that? This is my original sketchbook given to me by Vicky Sai, founder of Tatcha. And she said, sketch your dreams out on a pad. And in 2016, I started to this was always in my heart, but I start to contemplate on this dream heavily. You know how like a dream has been in your spirit, then it rises
Oh
to your
yeah.
stomach, and then it rises to your heart. Now it's like in my mind. And in 2017, I start putting it to pad, and I sketched the
Wow.
symbol. And if you can see in my jewelry, there is in every
Yes.
piece. I make sure we put that there because it's a key and it has four V's creating that star. And I
Uh-huh.
put the key in the center of the star. Now, I found the symbol on a trip I knew I needed my logo to be the heart because this is a
Right.
message driven. It's really not, it's about jewelry, and I want it to be beautiful pieces that you want the jewelry first, and then, oh, by the way, I fill you with so much possibility and love by you wearing it. So I filled it with message, but I said I needed my logo to mean something. So I took
Mhm.
a trip. It was a Wednesday in 2017, and I knew I had to get out of my environment, and I had always wanted to go to Egypt. It's just been in my heart. And so I'm like,
Okay.
now is the time to, if you feel a moment, it was pressed for me to just go for it. And I didn't have any work scheduled. So I literally jumped on a plane on Thursday and
Oh
went
wow.
to, it was crazy. This was like, I have to do this now. I jumped on the plane and went to Egypt, and I brought separate plane tickets. So I bought a plane ticket to Egypt because that was in my dream. And then from Egypt, I bought a plane ticket to Morocco. And then from Morocco, I took a ferry to Spain. And in these places, I start to see all of these lights throughout my whole entire trip. I would see lights, and
Hmm.
something about the lights just kept inspiring me because people always would tell me, Leah, you're such a light. And so that's the message that I wanted to bring in my jewelry, this mission of light. And I determined at the end of this trip, I am going to be sketching my logo. So on the plane
Wow.
ride back, I was sketching this logo. This is the exact logo that I sketched on the plane ride back, where it's these hearts of light putting the
Hmm.
key in the center. And the key means the light of life. How do we unlock this light and this beauty of life?
That is exactly what I think a lot of us are trying to do. We're trying to figure out in this time that we have right now, how can we use it and how
Yes.
can we use it for good and for light? So I definitely appreciate you saying that and bringing that into fruition. I'm
Yes.
going to just ask real quick because when you were talking about being discovered and why QVC and kind of how you had these mentors and these people really guide you, but you always had the dream in your heart. What made
Always.
you choose kind of to take your brand and do the line that you did? Like why earrings and necklaces and bracelets? I mean, you kind of talked about jewelry, but isn't there more of some history behind that as well?
Oh
Of
my gosh, so much history. So jewelry is a major message to my heart because I grew up in a very impoverished environment, and
Mhm.
my mother would always look at me even when we had nothing, and she would always smile and she would say, Leah, you shine like sparkling earrings. Every time she would like, you shine like sparkling earrings. And she would say, always wear your earrings because that represents the sparkle that's inside of you. So earrings and bracelets and jewelry just was always dear to my heart because I thought it represented my sparkle. And so since a little kid, I would just sketch jewelry. It was just a passion, just sketching jewelry. And I decided finally that I need to get my light into the world because now that more than ever, we need light and we need love and we need someone to be inspired by because sometimes you're not feeling light. But if you look
Right.
at someone else shining bright and you look at someone that has a symbol that you wear, it's like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it. And so that's my message. If I can shine through coming from the most impoverished environments known to anyone and
Mhm.
sit here today and say, it's okay, and I still choose to shine, then whatever we're all going through, we can shine as well.
That's so true. I had to wear yellow today because yellow is your color. You always associate with it. And so that was my way of kind of saying, you know what, I want some light. I want to be able to do that. So I wore yellow in honor of having Leah here with us today. Now, obviously, we're talking about light, and given the current circumstances with small businesses and entrepreneurs like yourself,
Yes.
during COVID-19, how are you looking forward? How are you managing right now? And do you have any thoughts to share with other entrepreneurs that are going through this time?
Yes. So this is, I think when you're in rough times, it really builds your character and it builds who you are, not just today, but who you will be tomorrow. And so my message to entrepreneurs is this is a season. Life, everything in life, and I'm a living witness. I mean, I've went through so many different things, and I'm sitting here today saying this is a season because life brings seasons. There's winter, there's spring, there's summer, there's fall, right? And so
Right.
these seasons, sometimes some of the seasons are super rough, like right now. But if you hold on and know that all I have to do is buckle down, keep my vision and my focus through the season, then when I come through the season, because the season passed, we all know that seasons pass. There's no
Right.
thing in life that stays the same. This
Mm-hmm.
will pass, and we must keep in our heart knowing that this will pass. I think that's the first most important thing. I think we're taking what's happening right now and burying in our heart as if it's going to be long lasting. Know that
Mm-hmm.
it'll pass, but in these seasons of challenge, what can I do to start figuring out what I can do when I come out of the season? So I think this is a real powerful time to start focusing on what can you bring to your brand when the season is over? What can I give now? So what I
Mm-hmm.
start to do is what can I give? Because in order to receive, I think giving is most important. So I
Yeah.
am really looking at how can I give in this time? I know I'm being hit as well, but if I don't look at me and I can look at someone else and say, how can I serve you? Then my challenges seem less when I can give of my heart to others. And so there are places that are near and dear to my heart, like homeless shelters. And so I've
Yeah.
reached out to women homeless shelters and called and say, what can I give? What do you need in this time? Even if I don't have a lot, I have some proceeds from my business. And so thank you all who have believed in Valencia Key, because it's my mission, even before this time, to always give back through proceeds. And so I've ordered things for women in homeless shelters on need base, just so I
Wow.
can make sure that I can give of myself, because I know this season will pass.
Mm-hmm.
And if I haven't given in a season, I can't expect to grow in another season of greatness.
That is so true. That's one of my favorite phrases. This too shall pass,
This too
because
shall.
it's true. Everything will in its time. And so I think that's a really great message to share with other entrepreneurs and also just with everyone who is going through this hardship with COVID-19. So, speaking of kind of character traits, what would
Yes.
you say some of your character traits are that have helped you go from beginning, meaning like right when you were born, where you were
Mhm.
getting these messages of keep your earrings on, all
Yes.
the way to today and launching this business and being a new brand at QVC? What are those characteristics do you think that kind of got you here?
I think the first characteristic is bring fear with you. I
Ah,
from the very beginning, as much as I can remember, even if something makes me scared, even if when I see fear and I know it's positive and I feel fear creep in my heart, I say, come on, fear, let's go. I can't shake you because you're here with me, holding on my back, but I'm
yeah.
sure not going to let you stop me. And I'm going to tremble in my knees, shake in my hands, but I'm going to keep walking forward. So that's my first and foremost trait. My second trait is to do it with joy. So
Ah,
if there's no joy in it, don't do it. Like I think we start to
true.
look at finances and money and what society says, and it's not your true joy. And so there's no way to radiate when you're doing something that's not in your core heart of greatness and happiness. So
Mm-hmm.
I do a thing called joy check, peace check. One of my friends say I should trademark that.
Yeah,
Because
joy check,
every
peace check. Bring it
joy
on.
check,
Tell me
peace check. Yes.
some.
And I want to share that with you all because and the joy check, peace check is continuous throughout my day. It's not like one in the morning, one at night. It's everything I'm doing. Am I bringing joy? Am I receiving joy? Is this on my path of peace? Is this on my path of not bringing me peace? And so when I'm balancing out, if it doesn't serve me or positively serve others, I must remove it.
Right.
And so that is how I can always go through really challenging times and still persevere, because if I know the ultimate goal is going to give or bring joy, then I can weather the storm. If
Right.
I know it's not, then I abandon, abort, and go to another mission of joy.
Exactly. Sayonara.
Gotta go, because I think life is short. I lost my mother super early, before I was 21 or ish, and
Wow.
that was really pinnacle to me, that life is about this big and we never know how much life we have, and it's so important to live in abundance of peace, live in abundance of joy. But we are the only ones that have the right and have the authority to control that. There is no external force that can take your joy if you don't allow it. And
Right.
so I inspire others to choose that joy every moment and evaluate throughout your life, is this on the right path for me?
Ah, so true. Joy is definitely a choice. I agree with you. So, as far as what does the future look like for your brand? Because you've been on QVC, you presented. I mean, were you nervous when you came on for the first time?
Okay. When I say bring fear with you, fear was on my back like this. I was so First of all, I was full with love. I must start there. It did not matter what the outcome was, because the pouring in of love that I received was overwhelming. It was tear jerking. It was love in the building. I could feel the love through the camera. And so when love is in the building, we all win. And even though I was scared, I felt comfortable because I was surrounded with love. And so I thank all of you for sending me that love from all over, because I felt it. And
Mm-hmm.
I was scared to be able, the opportunity was surreal. So, right, you've dreamed of something
Right.
for so many years, you visualize it. I used to stand in a mirror before the Big Fine even announced that they were going to have a competition. Years before, I would stand in a mirror and start saying words of what I would be saying when I'm on QVC. Like literally
Manifest. Yes.
manifesting it, right? Now, know that I said none of those words, but
Hey, you were at least putting it out there to say it will come to me when the time
it will
comes.
come to me. And so now the moment is here, and it's surreal because you want to stand up to what you've had in your heart, and why QVC is so important to me, and why I always want to be on QVC and have wanted and dreamed this. It's a beautiful place to share a message. It's a beautiful place to touch hearts and inspire souls. And so that was my opportunity to inspire so many souls. And so I felt this energy that I gotta give it to my people, because this is what I'm here for. But I
Yeah.
walked in, and my number one thing I felt I had, to be myself, because I think, when you're in a pressure moment, you cannot be yourself because you
Mhm.
shrink. And so I was so excited when they got me on that camera. I truly was myself, and I was able to really bring and radiate how I wanted to give to the world, this radiance of greatness and joy. So I'm so excited that I was truly me.
You were. I watched it, and you were definitely truly you. And I think that that shows. And your authenticity, a lot of people I know will connect with it because you truly are yourself. and the fact that you poured your life story into this brand of Valencia Key, now available on QVC.com. So anyone who's watching, you could definitely go and purchase there. But tell us, is there one piece, if you had to pick one in your line that you're like, go look at it first, or maybe it's your favorite, or you suggest someone has really loved it, what would you say it is?
Yes, it is my Sparkle Believe hoop earring. So I must say, first and foremost, they're all my babies, right? It's like I
I
don't
know,
have
it's
children,
hard.
but if you had kids trying to say this is my best child, but the reason why I love the Sparkle Believe hoop earrings is because I created them because back in the day, my mother, I used to do oratorical speaking, right? And I think this was another pinnacle moment where I start to stand in my truth. And one of the phrases she wrote in the speech was, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. And that message literally changed my life because it inspired me to, if you can believe something so much, even when you don't see it, you can manifest it to truth. So I have Sparkle and Believe lasered in on the outside of the hoop earring, just so you can always see that message. Because sometimes we forget to believe. Sometimes the world starts to weigh in on us and it starts to wash away our belief. But when you pick up that earring and you see that little bit of sparkle, tracing the circumference of the hoop, and then you look at that message and it's like, okay, when I put them on, oh, I got this, I can believe, and then I created these. Functionality is so important to me. I love a good message, and my heart is to inspire, but I need you to wear it. I need you to be cute in it, and I need you to feel comfortable in it. So they are so lightweight. Like, you can't even believe how lightweight they are. And I put a custom back. So all my custom backs are created specific large size. Because Courtney, have you had an earring back that's so small you can't even hold it?
Yeah, because if I have nails, they go underneath the nail and then I lose it and then I can't put the earring on and I have a situation.
A whole situation. Or have you ever lost a small back and you literally paused for like 5 minutes? You've lost 5 minutes of your life trying to scan the floor.
I was babysitting and I lost the back of an earring and I said, this is not the time.
This is not the time. But you need your earrings. So I really pour my heart into these customs back, you all. Like, I believe in a good back. It holds that earring up, and then I put the logo. Remember, I'm always going to give you that key and light logo to remember that the key to life is light. But the beauty of that is it covers any inconsistency in your ear hole. I know back in the 80s, we wore like really heavy earrings and it started to destroy.
Destroyed the earlobe.
The destroyed earlobe, like a little stretch. Like, I have one on my right side, like a stretch ear, where I'm kind of uncomfortable wearing hoops. Most people don't wear them because of that. Well, the logo just covers that. So you can wear these hoops with confidence. You can wear them with comfort, and you can believe that all things are possible.
Oh, that is perfect. I think that's a great piece if someone wants to go look and try the brand. Now, as far as the item number, do we have that? Let me see if I have it here. Do you have it?
I think I have it by memory.
Girl, you tell it to us.
I pray I'm right. J366505.
Okay, and I'll double check. J366505, correct.
Do you remember when you had to remember your social security number as when you were little? It was one of those numbers that you had to start committing to memory because it was like your identifying.
Yes, please. And then the IRS starts calling you wondering, hey, what's your social security number?
Exactly. So I've committed my item numbers to memory, like my social security number.
I'm proud. I'm so proud. Oh my goodness. Leah, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to share, or there's a story that really you felt like someone needed to hear today before we conclude this interview?
Yes, I've always wanted to end with knowing that you can always find peace. And so I think peace equals joy. You always hear me talk about joy, but you find this joy through finding peace. And peace is in powerful moments. Just getting yourself away from the pollution of the world. There is a lot of noise that happens through news and through media that can pour into your spirit and start to affect how you feel and how you act. So I encourage you to focus your time either internally on what you need to work on and improve on, or externally connecting to positive and beautiful people that fill your spirit with peace, and then moving yourself away from any noise that may cause you anxiety or cause you fear or cause you anything other than knowing that all things are possible and that seasons do change and then greatness is on the next motion. So wear things that inspire you as well. Think things that inspire you and then live in that moment. And then all thing is great once you keep this, your mind in control.
Ah, yes, greatness is achievable. Definitely. Oh, well, thank you so much. Tell us some handles and things that we can follow you to look for you
Ooh.
on social media.
Yes, please follow. If you follow my jewelry brand, it's at Valencia Key Design, and that's where you find I'm a layer girl. So you'll get to see like how I layer pieces and
Ooh,
the beauty of the jewelry on different people and inspiring words of encouragement. And you can follow my fun, crazy self on my personal Instagram on Lia Valencia Key. And hopefully you check me out on QVC at
yes.
Valencia Key Jewelry. And it'll be an honor for you to wear my jewelry, finding your joy, finding your peace, and living out all of your dreams. I love you, Courtney, for this so much.
Oh, thank you so much for being our first on the series of Courtside, which is a digital series about QVC entrepreneurs. We have lots of other entrepreneurs coming up, but Lia was our first, and we are so very grateful for you. And thank you so much for creating such great designs. All right, we're
Thank
going to
you.
sign off. Thank you so much.
I love you. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.